Hello everyone and welcome back to another Batman miniature game 3rd edition battle report on a new table setup to look as close as we can get here to a Batcave kind of looking thing. We'll take a little look at it in a second, obviously, although you'll see it in the battle report. And for you today we have 350 rep of two teams going against each other, Bat Family versus the Batman Who Laughs. So here is the newest team added to 3rd edition, the Batman Who Laughs. So we have the man himself, we have the Damian Who Laughs, and then we have a gaggle of Robins Who Laugh as the henchmen. Also, the team rules, they can take one upgrade each. So the Batman Who Laughs is taking Darkness, which, as you can probably read, models within 4 of him are considered to have the cover rule from ranged attacks. And Damian Who Laughs is taking Hunter. When this model attacks an enemy that's already been activated this round, it gets +1 to its attack dice rolls when performing a close range attack. So that is the upgrades they have. The Robins Who Laugh can't take any upgrades, I think. Either way, the other team rules, basically it all revolves around the Batman Who Laughs. If henchmen go down within 8 inches of them, which doesn't apply to this match, he can replace lost Robins. If a sidekick or a free agent or a leader, actually I think it's just a sidekick or a free agent, go down within 8 inches of him, he can bring in someone with the, what's it called, Dark Future trait? Dark something. Basically just means you can bring the Commissioner in for free. So the team lives or dies by him, and we'll see how they perform. They've obviously mounted an attack on the Batcave, and the Bat Family is responding. Oh, one last thing to mention, totally forgot. The objective deck used by this team is comprised of neutral cards, Joker cards, and Batman cards, so there's a lot of potential variance there. And here's the Bat Family team, nearby to T-Rex statue, which is actually from Gotham City Chronicles, but it fits so perfectly because it's one of the things in the Batcave. So we're going to see who has the better Robins. It's the 80th anniversary Batman, who can just kind of land wherever he wants. Then we have Dick Grayson as Robin, we have Jason Todd as Robin, and we have Damian Wayne as Robin. And they all have Boy Wonder, which makes them immune to the handy roll. Upgraded Batsuit on Batman for +1 endurance, bring him to 10 endurance. And he and Dick have handcuffs. That is all for upgrades. This is obviously the table we're playing on. A wider range of different Batmobiles over there. Batwing, the T-Rex. And some of this terrain is actually a new set made by GameMat.eu. This isn't sponsored or anything, I picked it up as a birthday present to myself. It's actually painted ceramic. I was surprised at how heavy it was. Sadly, I dropped a bit of it and broke part of it, which you can't see because I've cunningly hid it. But one of these parts is actually very broken because I dropped it and was surprised that it shattered because I didn't realise they were made of ceramic. But either way, you'll just have to excuse that obviously because of the game rules we have to have lampposts and sewer gratings in the Batcave. That doesn't make much sense. Either way though, let's see what the twist and deployment type is going to be. So there is a T-Rex tail in the way, but let's see what we get. Here we are. 12x12 diagonals. Vanguard will deploy one friendly model up to 4 inches outside your deployment zone. Okay, that's simple enough. So like that diagonal and then the diagonal over the other end there. And then the twist though. In the spotlight. At the end of each raise the plan phase, beginning with the player with initiative, each player chooses a different street lamp marker, chooses a direction, and then moves the chosen marker in 1d6 in that direction. Street light markers cannot be removed during this game. Don't be shy, there's room on up here on stage for 2. Okay. So every round, raise the plan, so at the start of the turn basically, each side picks one lamppost, moves at 1d6, starting with whoever has initiative. Okay, simple enough. We'll get that deployed, or rather set up, see who's going first, who gets what deployment zone, and then we'll get started. So we have everything deployed. The Bat Family is deploying on this diagonal, 12x12, and the Batman Who Laughs crew is up over that side. Everybody in the Bat Family crew has Audacity because there's only 4 miniatures, so they all have Audacity at all times. The 80th edition Batman can deploy wherever he wants, including right next to enemies if he wanted to, but that would be suicide. Also, they deployed in tactical anti-80th edition Batman formation by surrounding themselves with the cheap and cheerful Robins Who Laugh, so he dropped there, right there. And also Dick is just slightly forwards from the deployment as per the Vanguard rules, but no one in the Batman Who Laughs team did that because they're, again, deploying in a way that stops him being right next to them. There is a card being played before the game starts in the raise the plan phase. Oh sorry, also this lamp got moved 2 inches, this lamp got moved 1 inch. So Die Hard is being played for the Batman Who Laughs. It's being played on the Damien Who Laughs. If he lasts the turn, 2 points. Simple as that. So, it is the Batman Who Laughs team going first. He's got Audacity, Damien does, and then 2 of the Robins do. And yeah, I think that covers everything. So we are good to get started in Battle Round 1. So to get the game started, one of the Robins Who Laugh activated with Audacity. He did a movement action and then a manipulate to put down a suspect marker. Didn't trigger any objective cards, just put down the suspect marker, and then that was it. So he's kind of like halfway between where Batman and Dick are over there. Whether or not they decide to come forward, I guess we'll see as we go into their first activation. So being as impetuous as he is, and I mean that literally, he has the rule impetuous, Jason activated and rushed forwards his 10 inches over to here in front of this vent and place a suspect marker, which has also been turned into a snitch. When you place it, it becomes a snitch. As long as there's no enemies within 4 inches by the end of the turn, score the card. So, did I say 10 inches there? I meant 4 if I said 10. For some reason I just got my wires crossed and thought I said 10. Either way, 4 inches. We'll see if that happens. It's in play. Back over to the Batman Who Laughs. The Damien Who Laughs activated with Audacity. He moves 12 inches, so he moved around the rock over to where you can see him, then did a manipulate to also place a suspect marker. Again, didn't trigger any particular cards, just place the suspect marker. Dick was the next one to activate, and he also moves 12 because he's fast. He can stop mid-attack, or mid-move, sorry, to attack and then carry on moving, although that wasn't relevant here. He came right around the corner and attacked the Robin Who Laughs. Now, his bow staff, which is the same one that Jason has, for this Robin version of him anyway, only does 1 blood, but in Bat Family you don't do blood damage, it's all converted to stun damage because of moral code. So even though it's handy and devastating, handy reroll all attacks, devastating you roll 2 strength dice and apply both results. So he was doing well, but only 3 hits got through, so 3 stun damage, not 3 blood, and the Robins Who Laugh are 4-4, so he has 1 HP left. That was, however, even though it wasn't enough to knock him out or kill him, well, just knock him out because it's not doing blood damage, it was enough to trigger the Won't See Me Coming for just 1 victory point, inflict damage on an enemy model that did not have line of sight to the attacker at the start of their activation. Dick was over here, he came right round the corner, he was not visible, so that scored the 1 point. So the man himself, the Batman Who Laughs, activated with Audacity. He did a move action, he can move 10, so he moved to there, then he did a special action to do Goad on Dick, which is he takes a willpower roll if he fails it, which he did. He gets moved 4 inches as long as it isn't off the side of a building or anything like that, so he got moved into base to base. And then the Batman Who Laughs did an attack with his scythe, took swings. Dick exerted himself with 1 effort to remove 1 dice, but it did not matter. The Batman Who Laughs did 8 blood, so Dick has been removed, which is pretty massive. It did also score Dirty Job for a simple 1 victory point, but that is obviously one of the 4 minis on the Bat Family side gone. Damien activated next with Audacity. He also used his Batclaw for his special action, which gives him like a ridiculous 18 inches or something. So he zipped down from there all the way to here and then threw his Batlings, which are throwing items so you can throw a full rate of fire even if you've moved, at the Robin Who Laughs, who was already hit. Did 4 stun, which was more than enough to knock him out. So that is the knockout. No cards triggered by... Oh, wait, no, sorry, no cards triggered. The Dirty Job from before is still sitting there, it should be moved. So no, nothing triggered there, but he did manage to knock out one of the Robins, the evil Robins, that is, and it is also just over to the 3 remaining evil Robins, and obviously Batman as well, but probably do some quick activations now. So a super simple activation, as I was saying. One of the Robins Who Laugh activated without Audacity, just did a move action to kind of bodyguard this suspect marker here, the one that's Naruto running, and didn't do anything else. So now it's over to Batman to end the turn for the Bat Family because there's no one else left, and then these 2 Robins down here get to do whatever, one of which has Audacity. Hard to believe this is still turn 1 with all the fighting that's happening, but Batman activated, he moves 12, he moved into combat with the Batman Who Laughs and the Robin. He split his attacks. He has 5 plus a strength die, 3 on the Robin, the other one's on Batman Who Laughs. Also, because of his special rules, when he moves into base to base with an enemy, they have to pass a willpower roll or get the scared effect, which is -1 to attack and defense. The Batman Who Laughs passed, his willpower is high. The Robin failed, so he took a total of 6 stun and is knocked out, which also triggered They Must Know Pain for 1 victory point, so that's been triggered. But the Batman Who Laughs successfully defended against all of his attacks. He's defense 5, so... Oh, also a correction. Did not take into account Dick's defense roll when he was defending. Said he took 8 damage, he took 6, but that's sadly still enough to kill him, so nothing has changed there. So now it's just
those two Robins who laugh at the back there to end off Battle Round 1.
So for those final two Robins, the one with Audacity activated moved up to the sewer grating and then used the Manipulate to go all the way over there, so he's hiding at the back, and then the other one just kind of followed suit and ended his turn in base to base with it. Whether or not he decides to go through, I guess we'll see. And that does take us to the cleanup phase for Battle Round 1. So both the unconscious Robins who laugh are staying unconscious. They only have 4 willpower, so it's very, very difficult for them to wake up. But it does mean also that Die Hard has scored, because the Damien Who Laughs is fine for the Batman Who Laughs team, and also the Snitch marker has scored for the Bat family. So despite the fact they're down to only 3 models remaining, they're probably ahead on victory points. So with that, let's move into Battle Round 2. So at the top of turn 2, it will be the Batman Who Laughs team going first again. However, because Dick went down and he is a sidekick / free agent, the freed role kicks in for the Batman Who Laughs crew, and that means that because he went down within 8 inches of the Batman Who Laughs, a model with the Dark Influence role can be re-added to the team, or added to the team, sorry. So the Commissioner has made himself known. He is here to get revenge for all the times Batman ignored him, or disappeared on him from the roof. It says he just has to appear in base to base. It doesn't specify if it means base to base with the Batman Who Laughs or the person that got replaced. So, well, Dick was right there anyway, so presumably it doesn't matter, but it isn't clear who it means when it says that. So either way, they just got a free, how much rep is he? A free 70 rep miniature has now joined the crew, so it isn't so bad that there's 2 Robins down. With that, we're ready to get started proper. So the Batman Who Laughs got Battle Round 2 started, and I don't know if you can hear this, but we probably can't once I add music to the video. It's the most Scottish thing ever, but there's someone playing bagpipes somewhere nearby, and I can hear it just in the distance because my window's open. It's very strange. Very, very strange. Anywho, so the Batman Who Laughs activated. He stayed where he was. He attacked Batman, and you have to be in base to base to attack this Batman because of Cloak of Bats. He exerted 1 effort to make him lose an attack die. All said and done, only the strength die got through for 2 damage, but then Corrupted was played as a resource, not as a scoring objective card, just as a resource. A model damaged by an attacker that's within 8 of the Batman Who Laughs, and he's within 8 of himself, so presumably that counts, suffers the poison effect. So 2 blood damage, plus 1 stun to himself, and he is also poisoned. He then used his special action to goad Damien, who fell for it, filled his willpower roll, and got force forwards 4 inches. So Damien had little choice given they had too many people bearing down on him then to activate, and he made use of the Bat family's other special team rule, which is once per game a model can use their Bat Claw 2 turns in a row instead of having to miss a turn, and he did use his Bat Claw to get down there on turn 1, so he used it to get 18 inches, went all the way over there to attack the Robin Who Laughs that popped out the sewer, smacked him, did a total of 6 stun, knocking him out, and triggering, just for 1 victory point, a dirty job. A neutral card. So that is score for 1 victory point. He got out of dodge, and that's it. Over to the Batman Who Laughs. So the Damien Who Laughs was next up, and he revealed his own suspect marker in order to turn it into valuable commodities. So it turned into a loot marker, which is now on his person, and as a result he used a move action, because his tactical was to reveal, retreated over to the T-Rex. So he's holding on to that. It'll score if he or one of the team are holding it at the end of the game. So the next one up was the 80th anniversary Batman, and he made use of all his actions, and I'm being specific about that because the Commissioner has Sad Life, which is an AoE bubble where if you do any actions you have to use effort, unless you can't use effort because you've reached the cap. So Batman has efforted himself by force. So first of all he did his special, also I apologise for the truck outside. First of all he did his special action to arrest the Robin that was there, so he is gone, and that in turn triggered Get Him Off the Streets for 3 victory points because he arrested a model. Then he did a move action so that he's in base to base with Gordon and the Batman Who Laughs still. Gordon did pass his willpower roll, but that doesn't matter because when you've got 6 attacks in total, well, if you include the strength die coming in that are re-rollable because of Close Combat Master, it equals a lot of damage. Now it actually was more damage than this, but he got 1 successful defense. He needs 5 pluses to defend against this Batman because he's 5'5". So anyway, that's 12, I think. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, yeah, that's 12 stun damage. So the Commissioner is also knocked out. Sorry, I just had to show this because it's basically a visual representation of what just happened on the table. This is from Who Are the Secret Six. That is the Commissioner getting put in his place. Wonderful. So
So for the Batman Who Laughs team, there was only one Robin Who Laughs left, and he activated here without Audacity, but within 8 of the Batman Who Laughs. So we need to double check a little bit of a rules interaction here. So for his tactical action, he did a Manipulate to take the Sewer Graying all the way over here. Now because he started within 8 of his boss, he has a free Manipulate, and the rulebook says you may get rolls that give you extra actions, and you may do these on top of what you are normally allowed to do. You're normally allowed to do one tactical action that's either Manipulate, which is like reveal suspect marker, place suspect marker, or attack. Because it's free, does that mean you can do 2 manipulates? Because I was under the impression that it meant you could do an attack and then also a manipulate. But can you do 2? We're going to play that you can, and as such, he has put down a Stinky Fish, which Jason could actually get if he's willing to poison himself. We'll see, but we're going to play it that way, but do let me know how that is supposed to be read, the part on extra actions in the rulebook. So Jason activated, and he actually is the last person to go for the turn. It's quick because both teams, well, one team has a lot of unconscious people, one other team just has very few models in it. So Jason activated, rather than getting rid of the Stinky Fish, he did a Manipulate and put down another Snitch. I'm getting lucky with those Snitch draws again. It's basically a guaranteed score because he's the last one, so it's just 3 victory points right there. Then he did a move action and has put himself in base to base with the Sewer Graying that the Robin is at. It does also mean the Stinky Fish gets ignored, but the Snitch kind of counters that. And with that, we are going into the cleanup for Battle Round 2. So at the end of that round, the Commissioner and all the unconscious Robins Who Laugh are staying knocked out. They did not pass their willpower rolls to get back up. The 8th anniversary Batman did get over his poison, however, so that has disappeared. And for victory points, it doesn't look fresh. For 2 victory points, scores for the Batman Who Laughs, and also the second Snitch scores for the Bat family. I think that covers everything. The Batman 80th anniversary has also healed 1 stun. Everyone else can't because they're unconscious. He's still got 2 blood damage on him as well. And with that, let's go into Battle Round 3. So to get the penultimate round started, the Batman Who Laughs got first activation again, and the man himself went first. He activated. He attacked Batman, of course. This time he did a little bit better. 2 of his attacks got through, all said and done, for a total of 4 blood, plus the 2 on him. That puts him reasonably close. I mean, that's what, 4, 5, 6? Yeah, 6 out of 10 damage. He has 9 normally, but he took the +1 endurance. So he is getting there, but he's a massive roadblock. This would have gone so differently, I think, had it been any other Batman except that one. So Jason Todd activated, and he tried with Reach and his bow staff to take out this Robin Who Laughs. This Robin, though, was the first one to get a decent roll on his defences, and all said and done only took 2 hits, which is bleed, but it becomes stun for 2 stun. Because I know they've been getting knocked out pretty easily, but they've just been rolling badly, because they have low health and endurance, 4 and 4, but their defense is 4 and 4. Well, sorry, their attack and defense is 4 and 4. It's just been really bad rolls. So either way, he did survive. He's not been knocked out. So Jason retreated. And also Jason did get his impetuous bonus as well, which is more attack, but his defense goes down by 1 as well, because he's impetuous. But he retreated, and no cards scored either way, and now it's over to either the Damien Who Laughs, or that Robin, and that's it, yeah. So the Robin Who Laughs activated. He did a half move, more or less, over to here, and put down a dog hair there. Suspect marker, didn't score anything in particular, that's all he's done. So now it's over to either Batman or Damien, for the Bat family. So the 80th anniversary Batman activated, used a special action to activate his Bat Claw so he could just zipline up and over his foe, landed in base to base with the Damien Who Laughs, and unleashed an attack the likes of which you've probably never seen. This is the roll for his attack, all said and done. Basically everything got through. However, the Damien Who Laughs did pretty well with his defense and actually countered 3 of them by getting a 5-5-6. Not enough though, because that's 6 stun damage, which is enough to knock him out. This marker indicates the loot. The loot just gets dropped in base to base with him. Any model that does a move action that passes over it is said to pick it up. But because Batman's already done a move action, he can't pick it up currently, so it's just going to be on the floor. And with Damien Who Laughs being knocked out, there's no more Batman Who Laughs crew people left this turn, so it's just over to Damien to end Battle Round 3. So for Damien's activation with Audacity, he did a half move to where you can see him so that he's just over 4 inches away from that Robin and that Robin, and that means he could place a suspect marker, but it turned into yet another Snitch. The Snitch card got drawn. He's the last one to go this turn, so it's scored, basically. I mean, not basically, it has scored. So with that, we're in the cleanup, for the penultimate turn. So as we go into the last battle round, it will finally be the Bat family getting first activation, but it's not looking good for the Batman Who Laughs in general. It's all this Batman's fault. Damian did not wake up, sorry, but Damian Who Laughs does not wake up, the Commissioner did not. This Robin did, finally. The other Robin over there did not. There's no cards being played, I think. There is still the chance of the loot in play, obviously, but not looking good for the Batman Who Laughs team. It's actually not just that Batman's fault, it's the luck of the draw and the snitch cards. Snitch cards are too powerful. Anyway, let's see what happens. So the 80th anniversary Batman activated, did his special action to arrest the Damian Who Laughs and scored Get Them Off the Streets for 3 victory points. Then for his tactical action, he threw his Batarangs at the Robin who woke up, did 4, knocked him out again, and then he did a move action to go over the loot, picking it up and denying it as a possible score for the Batman Who Laughs team, assuring victory essentially, but hey, the Batman Who Laughs might want to get one last stab in. Let's see what happens. So the Batman Who Laughs did a move action up to here. He then used his special action to goad Jason into attacking him, which he did, so he got move forwards 4. The Batman Who Laughs then unleashed his scythe for a total of 6 blood, which did actually kill Jason. He's taken out 2 Robins and also scored another dirty job just for removing a model as a casualty. That's basically all he can do, and that is essentially the end of the game. Damian is just going to have a quick turn where he's probably going to take out the last Robin Who Laughs, but yeah, let's see what happens there. So Damian activated, he moved into base to base with the last surviving Robin Who Laughs, attacked him, did a massive 6 stun and has knocked him out, so he is denied a turn. That means there's no one left, so we are right into the final tally for who wins, although I think we all know who it was. So it's time for the final tally. You should point out, in the spotlight, the thing from Moving Lights was basically forgotten about, but it doesn't matter because most of the fighting was against the 80th edition of Batman, who you need to be in base to base with anyway. So this pile is Bat Family, this pile is Batman Who Laughs. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 18 plays 6. So not the best showing of the Batman Who Laughs team on the channel, but that was a lot of unlucky happenstance, combined with the 80th anniversary Batman just being so powerful. He's expensive, which is why there's barely any models with him, but he is just so powerful. Close Combat Master, 5/5 attack defense, plus the strength die, plus you have to be in base to base with him to attack him, and then you have to do a roll, and if you fail the roll you get scared, so your attack and defense lower again. He can deploy wherever he likes on the board, and if you're very ballsy with it, he can literally just deploy amongst your men and they all could get knocked over. He's ridiculously powerful. I actually think he should be like 180 in points. So he's 162, I think? 162? Yeah, 162. He's way too powerful. What I thought might have happened was a pile-on the Batman Who Laughs here, because if he goes down, you lose all the benefits of the team, essentially. And the Robins did have a lot of unlucky rolls. Like I mentioned, yes, they've got bad defense and willpower, but they're attack 4, defense 4, so they were going down a lot quicker than they should have been. It was just very unlucky towards the end. That said, when Dig died turn 1, it did seem like things were maybe going bad, because the Batman Who Laughs, when he's not fighting an overpowered Batman, he can take out people with ease, because he is also 5/5 attack defense. He's got a 2 blood scythe that's it's got reach and sharp to reroll the attack die, the strength die I mean, and it can do bleed as well if you get a crit on the strength die. So I don't think this was an accurate display of the Batman Who Laughs team's potential. I think this was the hard counter, honestly, or no, not even just Bat Family being a hard counter, specifically that Batman being a hard counter. Any other Batman, I think, would have gone down easier. And it's a shame that the Commissioner immediately got knocked out upon appearing via the freed role, because that is a neat role, especially if you're playing another team that's comprised of free agents and sidekicks. We would have seen, also if it wasn't a team that was doing just stun damage, we would have seen a lot more action via the freed role because of the Robins going down, because if the Robins were within 8 of the Batman Who Laughs, when they go down, they can be popped back up, or a new version appears, a new freed Robin appears in their place, so it is supposed to feel a bit like a horde but again, because of the Bat Family layout and the fact they have to do stun damage, there's one way that you can force them to do bleed damage. One of the Batman Who Laughs unique objective cards can be played as a resource to change all damage received stun to blood. So you could deliberately get one of your own people killed and then replace them with a full health one somewhere that's more beneficial, because presumably again they spawn in base contact with the Batman Who Laughs. I don't know, I'm not sure. I think what we're going to do next time is the Batman Who Laughs team will get another showing, maybe with the Commissioner from the get-go, we'll see, and play a normal team, a normal crew that doesn't have a gigantic Batman that's a powerhouse, and we'll see how they fare, because as I say, against a normal henchman villainy crew that's looking to do blood damage, I think the trick to it is get the Batman Who Laughs dead as soon as possible. With a Bat Family crew, you don't really need to worry, because you can just go after everybody. Anyway, I hope that was enjoyable. We'll stick with this table layout because I'm happy with how this table layout looks. Thank you for watching, stay tuned for more Batman in the future, and ta-ta for now.